What if the most viral moment in talent show history was actually a carefully crafted illusion designed to manipulate global emotions? Back in 2018, a 14-year-old girl named Courtney walked onto the America's Got Talent stage, and the footage became a cultural phenomenon almost overnight. We all remember the image: a child seemingly by fear, unable to maintain eye contact, and vibrating with an intensity of nerves that made viewers want to reach through the screen. But the moment the beat dropped, that trembling girl vanished, replaced by a screaming, dancing soul singer that looked like the ghost of the 1960s. It was the perfect TV moment, earning her a golden buzzer and a ticket to instant fame. However, as we stand here in 2026, many are asking if that shy schoolgirl persona was the greatest acting job in reality TV history. Reports have surfaced suggesting the industry may have known exactly who she was long before she ever stepped foot in America. Despite the massive platform, her sudden disappearance from the mainstream left millions wondering if the pressure of that secret was too much to bear. Tonight, we're looking past the viral clips to see the reality of what happened when the cameras stopped rolling and the contracts began to expire. Was she a victim of the industry's hunger for a narrative, or a brilliant performer who knew exactly how to play the game to get to the top? The answer lies in the years of silence that followed her meteoric rise. But the glitter had barely been swept off the stage before Courtney found herself caught in a corporate crossfire that nearly ended her career before it truly began. After being signed to a joint deal with Sun Records, the public expected a debut album within months. Instead, they got silence. Our investigation into the 2026 landscape of the music industry reveals that Courtney was allegedly caught in a creative prison. Sources close to the production team at the time claim that while the labels wanted a polished, radio-friendly pop star, Courtney was fighting for a raw, unedited rock and roll sound that the suits felt was unmarketable for a teen girl. This led to a stalemate that lasted years, leaving her fans in the dark while her best years were spent in legal limbo. When music abruptly shut its doors, Courtney's future was thrown into total chaos, passed between executives who didn't know how to handle a performer who refused to be fixed. It wasn't just a delay, it was a battle for her artistic soul. Reports suggest she was pressured to change her look and her sound to fit the tick era, but she refused to budge, leading to a quiet but brutal fallout with some of the most powerful people in Hollywood. This tension eventually reached a breaking point, forcing her to make a choice that would either save her integrity or destroy her bank account. And yet, that wasn't the only hurdle she was facing during those dark years of professional isolation. While the legal battles raged in the boardroom, a different kind of war was being fought on the internet, threatening to dismantle her entire reputation. Investigative fans discovered that Courtney hadn't just appeared out of nowhere. She had previously been a finalist on The Voice Kids UK. This led to a wave of accusations that her extreme shyness on the American stage was a manufactured gimmick, used to garner sympathy and votes. Critics argued that no child with that much stage experience could be that terrified, calling her an industry plant sent to boost ratings. The controversy became so intense that her family was forced to issue public statements defending her character, explaining that her anxiety was a real-life struggle regardless of her talent. In the years leading up to 2026, this stigma followed her everywhere, making it difficult for her to secure the authentic image she so desperately wanted for her rock career. Our reports show that this double life narrative actually took a massive toll on her mental health, contributing to her decision to step back from the spotlight entirely for a period of time. She wasn't just hiding from the fans, she was hiding from a world that had decided she was a fraud before she even had a chance to release her own music. The question wasn't just whether she could sing, but whether the public would ever believe her again. Just when it seemed like the plant allegations would bury her career forever, a new development changed everything, and it wasn't something anyone saw coming. During her hiatus, the turned darker, with some speculating that she had suffered a total breakdown or had been blacklisted by the major players. However, we've discovered that Courtney was actually undergoing a radical transformation in the UK, far away from the prying eyes of the Los Angeles elite. She spent these years refining a vocal technique that was so aggressive it allegedly caused concern among her vocal coaches. She wasn't just singing, she was learning how to weaponize her voice. In 2025 and early 2026, whispers of a new Courtney began to circulate in the underground London rock scene. She was spotted performing in small, dingy clubs under pseudonyms, testing out material that was a far cry from the polished covers she performed on TV. This was a deliberate attempt to kill the golden buzzer girl and birth something much more dangerous. She traded the schoolgirl skirts for leather and heavy boots, adopting a persona that insiders are now calling the rock monster. This wasn't a PR stunt, it was a survival tactic. By the time 2026 arrived, Courtney had effectively deleted her past self. She managed to avoid the typical child star pitfalls: no public scandals, no legal issues, just a cold, calculated move toward musical independence. She was waiting for the right moment to strike, and that moment came when she finally secured her own independent management team, free from the shadow of reality TV. Breaking away from the major label system in 2026 is often seen as a career death sentence, but for Courtney, it was her only path to freedom. Reports indicate that she officially declined several multi-million-dollar offers to renew her contracts with corporate giants, choosing instead to sign with a boutique management firm that allowed her total creative control. This move was a massive financial risk, as she lost the multi-million-dollar marketing budgets that come with an endorsement. Her debut album, Little Miss Jagged, was released with almost no traditional promotion, relying entirely on her grassroots and viral word of mouth. While the mainstream media ignored her, the rock world began to take notice, praising her for her uncompromising and gritty approach to the genre. However, the struggle to stay relevant without the backing of a major machine has been evident. She's had to navigate the complexities of touring in a post-streaming world, where every penny counts and the margin for error is razor-thin. Some industry insiders suggest that she may have shot herself in the foot by being too difficult to manage, while others argue she is the only artist of her generation with any real grit. As we look at Courtney in 2026, the image of the trembling 14-year-old feels like a lifetime ago. She has successfully transitioned from a reality TV curiosity into a legitimate, if polarized, rock frontwoman. She's no longer the girl who was afraid to speak, she's the woman who refuses to be silenced by the industry that tried to box her in. Her journey serves as a cautionary tale for young performers. The golden buzzer is a gift, but it's also a cage. Whether she ever reaches the heights of global superstardom again is almost irrelevant to her now. She has built a legacy of defiance, choosing to embrace her rock monster label even if it means walking a harder path. The controversies of her past, the plant, the label wars, and the sudden disappearances have all been fuel for the fire she brings to her 2026 performances. She is a reminder that in the world of entertainment, the most shocking thing you can do isn't to win a competition, but to survive it with your soul intact. As she prepares for the next phase of her career, the world is finally seeing the real Courtney, and she's a lot louder than anyone expected. It's a transformation that makes us wonder, who else is hiding behind a shy persona, just waiting for the right moment to burn the whole system down? Only time will tell if her independence leads to a new era of rock, or if she will remain a cult icon for those who remember the girl who once shocked the world. Regardless, one thing is certain: the silence of Courtney is officially over.